Hey guys, what's up? It's Thomas again. Just a little update here. I haven't done any in a little while, but I've been moving things around, taking things out of this tank because it's kind of becoming a holding tank because I'm unsure if I'm gonna tear it down or not because I'm getting another tank that's bigger that's gonna go here. And but in this update, I got a couple of new plants, and my Juncus repens is taking off like crazy. So I'm gonna show some of that and my Hygrophila pinnata fida, how well it's doing, and my new plants. So hang on. So the Rotala Singapore that I got, remember, it looked like this. Well, I took off some of the tops and I put them here, and they're kind of a nice sort of pink, but it doesn't have extremely highlight in here. So I don't. It's not like when I was running extra lights on here. I had plants like just covered in bubbles and pearling all the time, and I got better colors. But I also had a little bit of algae in other areas. But so that's the Rotala Singapore. The Rotala SP Green is kind of finicky. If you can kind of see, it's got a little bit of some browning in it and stuff, but some of the little stems are kind of coming back. This plant for me stunts really easily. Like when I see the 88 tanks and YouTuber videos and whatnot, um, I always see I always see this plant and H-Raw growing next to each other, and they're always really long and tall stems, and mine creeps like a carpet plant. But anyways, the Juncus repens in here. Um, it's doing really great, and they're they're all turning into like little mother plants. Like you see the top here growing out. Like I can either leave that on there for height or clip it off. There's a top in here that's like an extra runner that grew on top, and here's another. You can see another top on it, another runner. And I've been clipping them off about right here and then just replanting this. So that's a top, that's a top, that's a top. Some of the new tops that I've planted have gotten a nice pink to them. But I did add some root tabs in here. I got some Seachem root tabs because the root tabs that I had by Sarah didn't have phosphate or nitrate in them. And it's good to have nitrate and phosphate in your root tabs because you want nitrate and phosphate in your soil. That way, if you're running low nitrate and phosphate in your column, the plants can get their red but still get the nitrate phosphate nutrients they need from the roots. So this plant here, I got this. There's a seller on eBay that I like to get stems from. His stems come in real healthy, and I bought a plant pack for 20 bucks, and it had like 3 of these, and it had like I think 5 different things. But this is a Ludwigia narrow leaf. So you guys know Ludwigia needle leaf. Hard to see there, but you guys know the Ludwigia needle leaf is the arcuata, and this is a Ludwigia narrow leaf. It's a hybrid plant. Um, I guess I don't know if they cross pollinate or how they did it, but it's a hybrid plant. You've got Ludwigia arcuata crossed with Ludwigia either Reuben or palustris, one or the other, one of the red ones, and they got nice little leaves, very pretty. Kind of a nice little orangey red. They probably get a deeper red, but I don't know. When I buy stems from the seller, whatever color they can turn, they're usually that color, and this is the color it came, so that's probably the color that it gets. Because usually I get like deep blood red or purple stems, and then they lighten back up and turn a little more yellowy green or orange or something on me like. But this I got from H2O Plants, the Rotala SP Singapore. So they already looked like slightly pinkish, but slightly greenish pink. And the newer growth over here that I got from them, kind of like got a little, they grow kind of upright but a slightly creeping pattern. The Rotala Walichi tissue culture pack that I got, they're still not doing really that great, but I'm about to move these guys over to the right side. I'm probably going to take out this Rotala bush here of Singapore's and maybe put them on the right side too, and throw my arcuatas over here because they're short. So my hair grass is, I mean, it looks about the same. It's not really growing much. Here's a sprig of hydrocotyle I just yanked out. The plant pack, the $20 plant pack I got, it had 3 stems of this, the Dwigia narrowleaf. It had 3 stems of pearlweed, the micranthomoides or whatever it's called. Some people say hemianthus. But yeah, pearlweed. Some people mistakenly call it baby tears, but this is pearlweed. It was 3 stems. Really, it was like 4 or 5 stems. And I clipped the tops and replanted those next to it. These don't look really good right now. They don't look real great. They're kind of whitish from the shipping or whatever, but we'll see if they green up. This is stargrass. Never had it before. So this is 3 stems, but one stem is kind of like got an extra one growing on the side of it. So we'll see how the stargrass turns out. Hygrophila pinnata, I have been propagating this plant all over the place. You see this little side shoot here? You clip that off, you can glue it or attach it to a rock, wedge it in something anywhere, put it in your soil, anything you want. There's one here, there's one down here, one down here. I mean, it's everywhere. Whenever I get a big long leaf up to here, I clip it. This leaf had too much flow going over it, so you see it grew sideways on the tip. Kind of funny looking. But yeah, when I get a big long leaf, I clip it off. But I let them get a little bit long. And then I wedge little pokes of moss in there. Just to, I don't know. I like moss. But anyways, I keep trimming the moss on this guy here. So it's kind of getting the woods sort of look. Hydrocotyle here, I trimmed back a little bit. It was growing all back into here. So I got this open space here. I might, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Rotalas all the way over right there in the back, or if I'm just going to do, maybe put the pearlweeds right there or the stargrass. But I don't know much about stargrass. I don't know if it's a big bushy tall plant or if it's a small plant. If it's a small plant, I want to place it that way, but if it's a big tall one, I need to place it accordingly. This area here, I've just basically plugged Juncus repens all in here so that can bush out for the mid-ground. The arcuatas here I'll throw on the left side. And the 3 stems of Rotala rotundifolia that came with it, of course I already had tons of this stuff, but this Rotala rotundifolia looks great, so I might clip some of these and farm those too. This video does not do it justice at all. This is 3 stems of colorata, but that's why I bought the plant pack, because it had the Rotala colorata, which I didn't have, which is more of a reddish pink and more of a downward creep. It had you know, rotundifolias I already had, but it had 3 coloradas and it had 3 pearlweeds, which I really wanted. It had the Ludwigia narrowleaf, which I've never had. I wasn't sure if I'd like that, but surprisingly that looks great. I mean, I love the way that looks. I mean, it doesn't really go anywhere with the scape. I will probably put it right here, kind of in the left area here, and just surround it with the arcuata. And that's about it. My this locally collected like money wart or whatever it's called, or dollar, I don't know what it is. I collected this locally, and it has gone around in a circle and spread across here in one vine. It looks pretty nice. It stays with the grass. And right here, the Helanthum tenellum, pygmy chainsword. Yeah, pygmy chainsword. The new growth out here is still staying pink, while the bushier growth stays more green. So I had popped a root tab in here, and this part's more green. This part where there's no root tab is more pink. Crypt flamingos, the flamingo crypt, aka Pink Panther, they're doing good. They started getting overrun by grass in the middle. I moved a couple over into the rocks, and getting ready for the new tank. I'm about to show some of the new rocks that I got. I collected them by some railroad tracks, so I'm not sure how they affect pH, but probably no worse than Cereus stone. So if I do maybe kind of a nature setup, I might use them, so hang on. I showed my driftwood already last time, but yeah, these rocks, they're pretty nice. I could do some nice little scaping with a pile of maybe some of these guys here, and I don't know, put those with some driftwood, maybe make a little island with some plants in the middle or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I got a half of mine to kind of make almost a Dutch style tank, because I haven't done that yet. I got a new light coming in that I ordered that should pop plant colors more, so that you could see different colors for the different variety of plants. My rotundifolia is in there. But yeah, with the new light coming in, I might kind of go with Dutch hybrid sort of like, but I kind of also really want to do a nature style where I kind of pile up a little few rocks with some stuff and go easy going plants in the middle and just do kind of grasses and stems in the back. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's about it. And just before I sign off here, might as well go ahead and just show the 38. The piece of driftwood here that was on the left side of the 20 I took out and just kind of threw it in here. So it looks good in here, looks pretty decent. Rummy noses are doing great. The crypts everywhere, easy plants. Bristle nose, I have a rubber nose in here somewhere hiding, and I have another hill stream loach. And everybody's doing great, looking good in here. So I mean, it would look a lot better in here if I could, you know, work with moss, but these little two guys here eat my moss, like just eat it up down to twigs. But the oh yeah, the clippings of the piece of hydrocotyle in there is just hanging in there barely, but there's a clipping from the Hygrophila pinnatophyta. I stuck one clipping in there. I wedged a clipping into here somewhere. I don't know, it's somewhere in there. We'll see if it grows. And that's about it. Everything's been looking good. I'll show the 20 one more time. And yeah, so that's the 20. The 20 kind of bugs me, the way like it looks really good and then over here it falls apart. But from where I sit on the, it looks pretty nice. I sit over here on the chair, so it looks really great from here. And yeah, over in that corner there, we're gonna fix that. But yeah, I'm still not sure. I'm just gonna tear this tank down or just keep it like that. But I do know that when I do get my new tank, I'm gonna kind of hardscape it and leave it dry for a while, for quite a while probably. I'm not just gonna, usually I get excited and I go ahead and fill it up and start doing things and pop a couple plants, but once you do that, you kind of get stuck and you can't really change it. So I know how I am with plants. Once I get things settled in there, I'm not going to want to change anything much. That's why this scape has been the same scape for so long. But I think I'm gonna play with the hardscape. I think I'm gonna get one bag of aqua soil to put in there and just kind of make a little mound of it in the middle or towards the back. Just kind of slope it around a little bit, and then just play with some rocks and driftwood a lot, and just leave it that way for a little while until I'm sure what I want to do with it. Then I'll pull out the aqua soil and I'll do the bottom layer. And I'm gonna do I got some, oh, it's too dark, you can't see it. I got some Just Natural potting mix. It's what I dirtied my 38 with the first time. So I'm going to do this for a bottom layer. I'm going to sift this and do a soil layer on the bottom, and then I'm going to do aqua soil on top of it, so that I don't run into nutrient problems like I'm doing with this tank here. This tank here, it's doing great, and I dose it, but I'm having to root tab it here and there because I don't have like any kind of a heavy ammonia leaching soil to last over time. So it's been a while. I think I guess it's been quite a few months on this tank now, and needing root tabs and things like that. So I'm gonna do like some fluoride or kitty litter or something, and some soil in the bottom of the next one. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, that's it. So signing out.